Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a Bat Châtillon 155-58. It's the Tier 10 French SPG. It's located on the south spawn of Mines in Counter, and it's under the command of Angelina75 of OLIMP, and she's finally getting better after the illness. Game on! Well, as it's the encounter map, yes, you spawn slightly off to one side. Normally, be a bit closer to the buildings over there, but Angelina's going to take a position where she can actually shoot into the cap area, because if you go over into the corner, you might have difficulty trying to shoot at the enemy. But she spotted the enemy on the way in. Unfortunately, because it's the Bat Chat 155-58, it sometimes takes a long time. It takes a long time to load the shells. Standard reload is 49.86 seconds. Angelina's got 45.28. We just saw an enemy Bat Chat 12 ton leap off the top of the hill, thinking that he could survive the fall, and instead just crumbled on the ground and was wiped out. Maybe he wanted to get into a different game and he didn't like the thought of doing mines. Well, she's loaded now. She's got 3 shells ready to go. I think actually that kind of took her for a moment. She didn't know what to do. Well, the first shot is a hit on the A phase 1. Only 143, but it is a 155mm shell. It's only capable of doing 680 alpha, 48mm of pen, 7.6 meters on the damage radius, and between 12 and 27 seconds of stun. She's found a good target. It's a GeForce 1008. He's up on the plateau where he can shoot at the cap area, and she gets a direct hit with the first shot on him. 262. She's got 1 shell left to fire. Remember, these used to have 4 shells, but now it's down to just 3. And it's 10 seconds between each shot. She's got an ELC Evan 90 who's not in a bush. ELC should always be in bushes. If they're not in a bush, they are likely to get wiped out. Yes, they can be very stealthy, but it's not really the best vehicle to be roaming around when they're being spotted. And he was spotted by several of our teammates, including that Sharp Future 4 and guys up on the hill. There was an M41 up there. Angelina's trying to find the next spot to park in. We've got the occupied the hill at the moment, so she doesn't have to park in a bush. She can park in the open. And she's suddenly spotted that she's actually having difficulty trying to get shots on the cap area. But nobody from our team is actually spotting, and the thing is that whoever's in the cap has managed to get 70 cap points up now, and so whoever actually resets him is going to get a defender medal of just 1 reset. Now, where is he? Now, she could try and make a guess where he's likely to be. I'd say that corner is possible. Oh my gum, she just got 83 capture points reduced, which means that Angelina has suddenly got a defender medal for sure. You only need 70 to get it, but she's got 83, so she's really done well. And she gets the next shot on the Bosch 155. She's still got 1 round spare. It's now selection the target. Who's going to be the next one? Well, she's scrolling across the battlefield trying to find it. Okay, she picked that spot, but there are other enemy tanks visible, but she can't get a shell to land on them. Nope, she's got a red line there. That would hit the towers. Somebody's obviously in the cap area, so she's going to go for the same spot again. And she resets him again. 35 capture points this time, which means now she's gone over 100. And you can't get any more than the maximum, but she has done a big reset. So that's really good news for Angelina. She's definitely got a medal out of this game for sure. Okay. Enemy Striv spotted. She's still in reload. 2 in the cap still. And the enemy is trying to prevent us from getting near the cap. So very surprising that the enemy picked the same spot to hide in as they did before. She fires on where the strippers are seen, and it explodes on the ground. The Type 68 is in the same spot apparently, so she can hit that guy. Okay, is she going to give it a go? Well, we can see this Kilana, who's using the corner of the tower. She's fully dialed in, rounds out, gets a direct hit. Only 23 hit points though. Heavy armor on the Kilana. Okay. Going back. She's found a G-Saw in the cap area. Now that might be one of the ones who's not been hit. And she did get some reset points. Okay, she's still in full reload. There's the enemy Arty. Even he's now getting involved. But he doesn't survive very long because an AMX 1390 is coming up. And in fact, actually, the kill shot came from our Strib S1. Now, we've managed to stop the cap. Somebody from our team has actually got into the cap circle. But now we can see this Striv. Unfortunately, we're still not loaded. And the Striv's gone unspotted again. She's marked the spot where she thinks he is. And the Nomad's moving in on that plateau area. And in fact, there's only 2 enemies left. And there he is. And her first shot hits the target. 354. There's only one other enemy left, and that's the Bat Chat 155-58 in the enemy team. He's in the corner. We know that because he has been spotted there and he hasn't been dealt with. So Angelina's going to launch her last 2 shells in there. The Nomad's moving in. There he is on the corner. We fire the round in, and there's the kill shot that wins the game. It's all over. Bar the shouting. Here's the end of battle results, and that was a 3rd class tanker for Angelina75 of OLIMP in the Bat Châtillon 155-58. She managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in this game. She managed to get 8, and she got a defender medal because she actually managed to get at least 70 defense points in the game. In fact, she actually ended up with a lot more than 70. I think it was closer to 100. And on top of that, she also managed to get a Confederate medal for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on her team. Her win rate wasn't very high. It was only 1,068, which is good, but it's because she wasn't doing a huge amount of damage to the enemy tanks. It may look like she's hit a lot, but actually she didn't score much in the way of hit points. Let's have a look at the team score. And we can see that, yes, Angelina only got 1,136 hit points, which actually put her mid-table. The high scorer in the game turned out to be the Nomad with 3,204. Second place went to a T124, who managed 2,959. And the third highest was the M41D, who managed to get 2,757. So Angelina's score wasn't particularly high, but I think that's because when she was actually hitting the enemy, she was splashing them rather than getting direct hits. And a few direct hits in there, but not many. When it came to kills, the high scorer was the E4, managed to get 3 kills. 2 kills went to the Bosch 155, the Striv S1, the Shah Future 4, and the IS-32 on the enemy team. And when it came to Angelina, only got 1 kill out of that one. But when it came to base XP, yes, she's a little higher on the table, but still not near the top. 1061 went to the M41D, mainly because he was tier 8 in a tier 10 game, and so he was hitting higher tier opponents and getting more XP from doing so. So he got 1061, the only player to get over 1000. The Nomad got 953, and the E4 managed to get 796, with Angelina getting 651. She only fired 11 shots. The game was over fairly quickly. 5 direct hits on the enemy, but no penetrations at all. 10 splash, 1,136 hit points of damage, of which all of which was at more than 300 meters. Damage 7 of the enemy, kill 1. So there's the Confederate. 1,419 hit points of stun assist off 9 stuns. So it's not a lot of stun assist at tier 10. And that's why it was only a third-class tanker. She did get 100 defense points, and that earned her the Defender Medal. And on a free-to-play account, rather, she actually made 12,383 credits profit. She got 5 bonds for it being tier 10. 1,302 experience points out of that game as well. So it was profitable. And she thought she was going to get blasted, and she was moving about a lot, especially after that Bat Chat 12-ton made that suicidal run right over the cliff and basically deleted themselves out of the game. It was a very silly thing to do, but he may have been after the getting a scout medal by doing that, by spotting as many of our teams as he could right at the start of the game. And then obviously if his team was to win, it would be beneficial for him in the long run. He didn't actually end up with any medal out of that game at all. And I think we can see that he's there he is. 322 hit points is all he managed to earn from that very, very silly run. But then the FE4005 on the enemy team didn't get any damage whatsoever, so he just got a consolation of 125 experience points for turning up. Oh dear, that's quite sad. Anyway, this means that Angelina is definitely in the lead for this week because although the limit is very low, a third class and 2 medals, I'm pretty sure that Talon's going to be sending in something by the end of the week, and we'll have to wait and see exactly what it is. But I'm pretty sure this is definitely a leading game, but I don't think it will be the leading score. If Talons gets what he normally gets, he'll at least get a second class, which will put him in the lead. But Angelina could come through with an ace tanker at any time, so we'll just have to wait and see on that one. If you enjoyed this replay, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.